Hello, Leo. So we're going to see kind of what's going on with you guys right now. These are general. Take what works, what doesn't work, just doesn't work. But let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, guys. So what this situation is about, it's you have the or the basis of the situation. You have the Six of Swords reversed, the Queen of Cups, and then the Seven of Pentacles reversed with the Ten of Swords. So you have a lot of like kind of thought energy going on. There's been something that's definitely going on with you guys. So the Six of Swords reverse is almost like feeling you're stuck. Like it's a situation you know you need to move past it because it's not good for you. Like you know you need to move to calmer waters or calmer shores or whatever, but you're not doing that for whatever reason. Like, and it could even just be you're mentally keeping yourself stuck in a way, but you're not letting go of something. You're not starting the process of moving forward. And then the Queen of Cups, she's very, very nurturing. She's very loving. She's very caring. She's emotionally stable. So, and then with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, this is also about like not seeing any progress, kind of like not knowing if you're doing the right thing, kind of feeling like uninspired almost. Just feeling like there's no growth as well. So like stagnation. And then the Ten of Swords, this represents like, I hate to say you've been stabbed in the back, but something has happened. This does represent the worst is over, but it's hurtful, you know? So it's like, I think you've experienced like the worst of it for the most part, but it's still like, it's upsetting because this is another like finality type of card. It's like another card that you need to move on. So putting all this together, I just think I really feel like something has happened. I think that I do feel like you need to move forward because with the Queen of Cups here, I just feel like you like know you need to move forward. You know you need to kind of get your energy back. You need to get your mind back, your heart back. Like you need to get sorry, in control of your emotions and be a little bit more stable. But for whatever's going on, this situation has been stuck and it's been stagnant and it's been like causing you pain. But I think you are, because this indicates like you know you're stuck, you know you need to move forward. And I think with the Queen of Cups here, it's like you know you need to do something better for yourself or just start the process of getting to a better place within your life or with whatever this represents. But for whatever reason, you can't let go. You're like stuck, like you feel like there's no more progress for this situation. With the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, like there's no more progress for it. But it's like you almost like you can't let go, even though I think the worst has already happened. I think you were either stabbed in the back or something kind of came from this situation where it's definitely like the worst has happened. Like you were betrayed or you had some very upsetting revelations or you found certain things out. And I really believe that you know you need to move forward and you know you need to start moving along or you have to let this go. But I think like at least the basis of this reading is like you were feeling almost like stuck in a situation that was not obviously good for you at all. But in your current energies, you have the Three of Swords with the Three of Pentacles. So this is, to me, man, the Three of Swords is about kind of heartbreak, you know? And the Three of Pentacles is actually like it's like a cooperation with other people, like a work environment, or this could even be friends, but it's things that you guys kind of merge and work well together. Each one of you brings something to the situation and it's almost like valuable. Each one of you participates and adds value to this. But I think whatever this is, you got some kind of heartbreak. So whatever situation where you were working with other people, there was some type of heartbreak with it. And I think you still might be in a little bit of this stuck energy in a sense for whatever this is. So yeah, it's like some type of something has happened, you know? I don't know if this is at work or family, friends, or it could represent anything for you, but something has just not really gone well, or the way that I think you thought it was going to go. Because some of you could have really been giving the situation like an open heart, a lot of positivity, a lot of like, this is going to be okay, like I can make this work type of energy. And for whatever reason, it just like I think you're wanting to try to nurture this thing almost, because she's very nurturing, you know? But for whatever reason, it's just been stagnant, it's just been stuck, and it's just been like painful. It's been like heartbreaking. There's like been betrayal or something, and now you're just like upset. And I think it has to do with whatever kind of collaboration. This could even be a friend group or whatever, work, whatever. Some type of collaboration has not really wound up the way that you were anticipating. But what's coming in for you is the High Priestess and the Seven of Pentacles. So we have the Seven of Pentacles now upright because we have it here in the reverse. So I think this is positive. The High Priestess, she represents kind of trusting yourself. Like, she doesn't see everything. She doesn't like know everything, but she trusts her gut. She trusts her intuition. So I think, especially with the Seven of Pentacles, I just feel like you guys are going to be in a place where you're going to be working on something or seeing results. But I think you need to almost like have faith, because some of you might be, I don't want to say rebuilding something or doing something maybe solo or moving in a little bit of a different direction with whatever this is. But I think the path might not be as clear for you. But I think this is saying that you almost need to trust your gut, because I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles here, it's like, and the High Priestess together, it's like you almost like know it's going to work, but there's going to be slow progress with it. And you might be kind of figuring it out each step of the way. You might not know exactly how it's going to work, but in your gut, you're like, your soul is saying, yes, this shall work for me. This is it. This is it. So I think you need to trust your gut, even if you don't see quick changes or quick progress. Just if you see little things that are kind of making progress, that's a good sign. So take that. But I just feel like you're going to have to just really trust your gut on whatever this is, or whatever different thing you're doing going forward. Because the Seven of Pentacles, I see this person is very nurturing as well. They're trying to grow these things. It takes patience. It takes dedication. It takes patience. Sometimes it's like, oh, is this even worth it? But it's a labor of love, you know? So I definitely think that you're going to have a little bit of a patience going forward. But I think and trust your intuition, or tap into a little bit more of yourself and how you're feeling regarding this. But I think I just feel like your intuition is going to be speaking to you guys, kind of trying to give you the heads up, because I feel like a lot of this energy, you could be kind of have blocked your intuition in a sense, because this is very heavy and this is like more mental kind of stuff. And sometimes I feel like, you know, the mind and the intuition sometimes are at odds. Sometimes it's tricky to tell, okay, what is my gut saying? What is my intuition, my unconscious knowing ish saying, versus like, okay, now my logical brain is telling me this. So I think some of you are just going to have to kind of just feel it out to a certain degree, or really tap in. Now, your challenge regarding this situation is the Ten of Wands with the Four of Wands. I think your challenge is, I think there's a lot of work, you know, there's going to be a lot of work with this. I think whatever this is, you might even be fixing the situation. You might be fixing something with this, or you might be trying to do something completely different, but it's going to take work. I think you feel burdened, but the Four of Wands being your challenge as well with this, I feel like you might not get the celebration, or you might not hit the milestones, I should say, as you're anticipating. Like, I think whatever this is, it's going to take a little bit of time, but I think your gut's telling you that you're going to get there, or it's worth investing your time in. But I think when you're putting the work in, and if you're not getting like, I don't say instant gratification, but if you're not getting kind of like the milestones, or you're not hitting certain goals that you had anticipated to hit at a certain kind of point, that's going to get frustrating. So that's your challenge, I guess, is to be aware of that and be patient. Like, I'm really getting kind of like a little bit of this patience here with this. Now, what's recommended for you regarding the situation, you have the Knight of Swords, you have the Hierophant in reverse, and then you have Justice. So the Knight of Swords, he's convinced, okay? He's moving towards what he's convinced he's doing. Like, there's no change in this guy's mind. Like, he's made up his mind, and that's it. Tunnel vision. So I think that whatever you're making up your mind regarding this, the High Priestess and the Seven of Pentacles here, I think that you need to focus on that and continue on that. But with the Hierophant in reverse, to me, this is saying that maybe do it a little bit think outside the box a little bit, because the Hierophant in reverse is a little bit more non-traditional. You know, he's doing things not quite the way traditionally you would do them. He's come out with all crazy shit. You know, I think you might need to kind of come out a little bit different here. Like come out maybe in, or do something in a way that maybe you've done something one way, but there could be a different way that you're doing it that's a little bit more, I don't want to say iffy. I don't think it's like iffy or bad, but it's a little different than what your norm is. Because the Hierophant also could be representing of what your normality is, what you do, the way you do things. But in reverse, it's like, you know, try things a little differently. So, and with Justice, I just feel like with this is saying, to me, with this right here, Justice is telling me that, like, cause and effect. Like, you put the work in, you do the good job, you stay dedicated, you are going to reap the benefits of that. It might be a little slower, but if you continue to do what you need to do, you're going to get the results eventually of what you need to do. So I think this is saying also almost be patient, because sometimes justice does not come instantaneously. Sometimes it takes a little while to get your justice, you know? So, but with these together, I think this is just saying that you need to stay focused, come outside the box a little bit, do something a little different potentially, and just know that you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to get rewarded. It just may not be as quick as you'd like it to be. So, let's see what else we get for you guys. Okay, first up we have number 15. This is Cow Spirit. The miracles are endless, and I really think the miracles here kind of going with the justice, and you're staying diligent with whatever this is. I think they're endless. You just have to believe in it, because with the High Priestess, you know, like I said, it's all about your intuition and kind of just, you know, that feeling of maybe that you're now on the right path or something, even though logically you could be telling yourself, oh my God, I just went through all this. It's a disaster. Why is this next thing going to work better for me? I just think that you need to, it's almost like the miracle of almost trusting in yourself and trusting that you're being inspired, or your inner guidance is there for you to help you move along effectively. So Saldilite, speak your truth, and you have Ammonite, loosen your grip. So speaking your truth, you know what? I honestly get this speak your truth is, I really feel like this is like you speaking to yourself here. And I think the speaking your truth is you really getting in touch with yourself as to what you want, you know, with this like High Priestess card. I just really feel like maybe you were more involved with what somebody else wanted, and you were trying to be helpful, or it was somebody else's dream that you were really trying to help them with or work on or whatever, but it may not have been quite your dream, but you were doing it because you had like a good heart, and you just wanted to be there for somebody or something. But I think it didn't work out quite right. And I think this is now you kind of coming back to center almost, and figuring out, well, what is going to be better for me. So, and then loosen your grip. I really feel like I kind of feel like that's a little going with this Hierophant in reverse, because in the upright, I could see him being, you know, very regimented. You know, he does this at this time, then he's this at this time, and then this at this time, because this is the way it's been done. This is the way he does it, and that's just it. But I think that you need to come a little differently. I think something with this, you might have to kind of come outside the box a little bit, kind of come outside of your comfort zone either. And that could be like loosening your grip, because I kind of feel like you're going to be feeling this out a little bit, and you might not entirely see how it's going to transpire. You might not really know, but I think like your gut is saying that you just need to kind of move forward with it. But sometimes you have to roll with the punches, you know? So, and then you have sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. I feel like the focusing out a little bit could be if you were very tunnel visioned as far as like how this was supposed to go and it did not go the way you thought it was going to go. I think it's almost like you need to just take a step back and just be open almost to kind of like different possibilities of how it could go, especially with this Hierophant in reverse here. You know, because I think with the Justice here, you're going to get your karma back. But I think you need to stay dedicated to what you're doing and believe in yourself, because I'm kind of getting that with the Knight of Swords. He's believing in himself and his abilities as well. But I wonder if some of you a little bit, I don't want to say maybe you're still focusing on whatever this represented, but I think that with the watching or stalking, I'm not saying you're stalking this person or this situation, but you could kind of be also a little bit fixated. But I think you might need to shift your perspective now onto from this heartbreak or this situation that's been a little bit, not very pleasant into something more healing for you as well. Something that's a little bit more you, I should say. Now you have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And I really feel like this half over here is more about your passion. I think it's going to be work. I think you might not get the rewards as you would like them right away. But I definitely think if you stick with it and you stay diligent and you kind of come outside the box a little bit and you just trust your gut, I think you're going to do it. I think it's something that it's going to take time, but I think this is more of like, I feel like this side is more you. It's more like your passion, your something that you want to do. Or maybe it's a different way of even doing how it was going over here, but it's more like you centered or you're more in the driver's seat. Because I kind of feel like, I don't want to say you were maybe helping somebody else, but I feel like because even with the Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, I think she's very helpful. She's very nurturing to other people. So I wonder if you were really trying to do something in some kind of way and the other people, it just was not working right, and then you wound up getting screwed or something, it didn't work out right. So I think this is you having to kind of regain your passion for this or move forward kind of a little bit with a new beginning and a little new spark and enthusiasm. Now we have security. To feel more secure, deepen your connection with nature, root chakra. And I feel like you were thrown through a loop over here. So sometimes with this, it kind of makes us feel not as secure, but I think kind of going forward, you might not know exactly how things are going to go. I'm not saying that you don't have a game plan, but I think you might be kind of in the, still figuring things out, feeling things out stage. But I think it's definitely a good idea to do things that make you feel secure in a way, to kind of reground yourself, I should say. Now you have reflection. Friendships in your life may come to an end. Others could blossom and become stronger. So it's interesting because I do think there was some ending here. I think there was some painful ending too. And I think there's still a little bit of heartbreak lingering from this. So unfortunately, I do think that had gone on. But I think you are in this new phase or you're going to soon be in a new phase where you can kind of move forward. I really believe you need to move forward. I really believe even with the Queen of Cups here, it's like you need to heal and you need to kind of get back to what makes you happy or your serenity in a sense, So now you have the Sun. Rise to the occasion. And this is just saying that you are the master of your own destiny. You got to put the work in, you got to get up, you got to do it. But I think with the Justice here, it's like saying you put the work in, you do what you need to do, you're going to reap the reward. It just may not be right this second, it may not be tomorrow either, but you keep doing what you need to do and it's going to come. Now you have the one who falls and gets up is so much stronger than the one who never fell. And I really feel like this is you, because I really feel like this was kind of like a rough situation here. And I think you're still kind of going through it. But I think that here it's like you're kind of, I'm not saying renewed, because I feel like you might still be a little worn out. But I think this is you getting up again, and trying to pick up the pieces or just starting to move into a different direction and being better for yourself. So this is extremely beneficial because you're going to learn. This has probably been some kind of hard lesson for you too. But you'll be able to learn certain things from this. And maybe even if you just learn more about yourself. Sometimes these things we actually learn more about ourselves, what we like, what we don't like, what we're willing to tolerate next time, and what we're not willing to tolerate next time. Sometimes we have to go through this to really understand boundaries and saying no as well. So there, unfortunately, maybe there was a really tricky, difficult lesson here. But sometimes those lessons transform us into being better people for tomorrow. Then we have, it's better than sitting around doing nothing. Meditate. And I definitely feel like if you're feeling a little like, because I feel like you have a lot of thought stuff going on here, you know, so maybe keeping your mind still a little bit will actually be beneficial, because then you might be able to tap into your intuition a little easier or a little bit better, and it'll just give you a rest, because this is a lot. And you don't have anything that says rest here, but I think the meditate is saying, like, if you need to have a rest or a moment, you know, take that moment, take that rest. Now for your little affirmation card, we have, today I am responsible. Today I will make good choices that will bring me health and happiness. And I think this is just saying, moving forward, just put yourself first, you know, remind yourself that, you know, you are stuck with yourself for the rest of your life, and maybe even eternity if there is life after death. You got to take care of yourself. And you got to focus on your health and happiness as well, you know? So for Bob Ross, we have, this would be a good place for my little squirrel to live. Now, this is a very interesting quote. And I just feel like you might be trying to figure out where you're putting yourself. You might be the squirrel in this, and you're trying to figure out where you almost like want to put yourself, or where you want to live, you know? Your little happiness. This could even be your happiness or your creativity, something within yourself, you know, your goals, your dreams. Maybe you have like a little dream or something that you kind of want to achieve, or there's something little that you could do in your life that actually will make you happy. But even this is kind of silly a little bit. So I feel like you need a little silliness here. I think Bob Ross is here to say that you got to be silly a little bit, because this is heavy. This is very, very heavy. There's no fun here. There's no fun in your life right now, Leos. But you don't have any fun. There's nothing of fun over here. So I think Bob Ross is saying that you got to bring some kind of fun, you know. And your little squirrel could be whatever you think your little squirrel is. And wherever that little squirrel of yours needs to live, that's where you need to put it, and think of it that way. And just be silly, maybe. Now for your stress relief and self-care card, we have Wusa, objective, the joy of doing nothing. It's not always necessary to fill up every moment of the day. Take 5 minutes or so and lie flat on the floor with your legs stretched out and your eyes closed. Use a light blanket if you prefer. As you lie there, let your muscles loosen. Feel the weight of gravity as your back touches the floor. Pretend you're lying on the beach. Soak up the sun and listen for any sounds. Breathe deeply, fully, and immerse yourself in this experience of doing absolutely nothing, and notice how refreshing it is. Now, you also have that meditate card, right? And even the security, I feel like that's like about you getting grounded. Where's the meditate one? It's somewhere over here. I just think some of you might need a moment to just do nothing, you know? Because I just feel like I think your mind needs a moment to do nothing, because I feel like this is very mental activity here. So you just might need a because this is heavy, because with the 6 of Swords reversed, the 10 of Swords here, 7 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Swords, like, this is a disaster over here. And then rushing in, what's recommended is you to, like, the Knight of Swords, keep going, you know, go towards your convictions, you know, follow your dreams. It's just a lot of, like, mental stuff, you know? So I just think some of you just might need a little bit of a minute, you know, even if it's just clear your head, don't think of anything, and Netflix and chill for a moment. Okay, for the spirit of the dish that will be with you during the situation, you have the spirit of the islander, which is the spirit of the canned meat or the Spam. Oh. Okay, for the dinner and a movie that's recommended for you during this time, you have thriller movies and Mexican food. For the energies you either need to tap into or be aware of, you have Virgo here. And I see Virgos as being very detail orientated. I see them as being a little bit more analytical. It's all about thoughts and communication, that kind of energy, but it's very keeping things in order. And I feel like you need to keep your thoughts in order, and decluttering. It could be even stuff around your house or just even in your mind, because I feel like this is a lot of clutter. There's a lot of baggage right here. There's a lot going on in your head, all in your head. But I think you're dealing with a lot. So it might just be, I get almost like the wanting to say prioritize, certain things to keep yourself sane in a way. And then you also have Scorpio here. And Scorpio is about like transformation and major changes. And I always see them as doing like this shadow work. It's almost kind of like that, really facing the negative aspects of yourself, or really tapping into how you feel, almost like the deeper stuff. So some of you might need to really tap into that, because I think sometimes the healing process, especially because this is really heavy, sometimes you need to face the negative things, even reflect on, well, your actions in the situation, somebody else's actions or whatever the situation is, and kind of see it from, I want to say maybe a complete picture to really like assess it, and maybe use it as a learning tool or something. But it's a lot. I think you guys have a lot going on here, but I feel like this is actually going to be transformative for you going forward. And I think you're headed into making big changes. So that's good, at least. Now we have Mars here, and this is all about that kind of like energy, initiative, that temper. It's about that passion. It's that spark, like I could do this, kind of like that, like I'm doing this, I'm going to war type of thing. Like, I think it's about kind of having that confidence, and that, like this, I feel like with this guy, he's just tunnel vision right now. He can do it. He feels that spark. He's like, this is where I'm going and this is how I'm doing this. So I feel like some of you might need to put yourself first, kind of focus on yourself, and just be convinced that you're ready to fight whatever battle is coming your way, and you have the strength and you have the ability and the capability of doing that. Now we have Jupiter, and this is about expansion and good fortune. And I think you're expanding your horizons, and I think that's going to bring good fortune for you. You have number 4, the 4th house here, which represents the home, intuition, parenting, and children. And then you have the 7th house, which is all about partnerships, marriages, friendships, and legal proceedings. Now you have number 5, which is an odd number. So that means a special guest that'll be answering your questions today, Leo, will be the Magic 8 Ball. Think of those questions. He will be out here shortly. So we have M, W, C, E, F, W, D, L, 6571. And we have the leaf. Oh, guys. What do they say? Some people are in your life for a reason, season, or a lifetime, or whatever. I just think this is you shedding things. This could be shedding old ways of doing things. This could be shedding people. This could just be dried up and now they're falling off. I think you are transforming in a way. But even the tree transforms. It goes through cycles. It has the leaves, then it like drops the leaves, and then it has the leaves again. So even if you're feeling like you're in a phase where you're dropping things, unfortunately, whether or not you wanted to drop them, because I feel like this is something that you're upset about having to leave you, but it happens. But to me, this is saying that you will have your abundance of leaves again going forward. It's just sometimes you have to leave certain things or people, unfortunately, behind. It might have just been their time. And you have wisdom, and I really feel that, I hate to say it, like you guys went through the school of hard knocks over here. I feel like you gained a lot of wisdom during this, unfortunately. Sometimes we gain the most wisdom when everything has gone straight to hell. And I feel like you've gained a lot of clarity, whether or not you wanted to learn it this way, you learned it. So I definitely think you'll be able to take this experience and morph it into something more functional and better and hopefully more positive for you in the long run, even though it may not feel like it at this moment. I definitely think you've gained some knowledge and some wisdom. Wisdom we gain really through life experiences and really going through something. Knowledge we gain through like learning, so but this, I feel like this experience, it's deepened your understanding even of yourself, and sometimes that's extremely beneficial, but oftentimes it's not easy. It's not easy process. Okay, now here he is. Think of those questions and it's time to ask. Oh, mystical, magical 8-ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to Leo's question? It says, most likely. There you guys go. The 8-ball has spoken. I hope you all have a wonderful day, week, month, year, lifetime. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.